Okay, here's the problem set. This is the packet that we gave to you last Tuesday, just in case we went virtual, right? So we are not going to need this top sheet. So in my class, we just kind of rip it off, okay? This is the exit ticket from our last one. We're not going to do that one, so you can get rid of that, okay? So here is our problem set for today, okay? And you can see here's the grid paper and here's rectangles. And we're gonna practice these a little bit, okay? So first one I'm gonna do together, and then the second one I'm gonna give you a chance to kind of do on your own. And we're gonna work on down through these I think it's 3 sheets today. Yeah, with that, okay? We're gonna try to get through the whole thing. But again, we'll judge that as we go. Okay. So, first of all, I gotta put my name on the top. R-E-I-L-L-Y, Sherwin, number 14. This is 12-3-20. Okay. So this says determine the perimeter and the area of the rectangles in A and B. Okay. So I notice here that A has the grid lines right in it and B doesn't. And that's okay. So for A, I want to know the area. So for A, I'm going to count the length and the width. Okay, and I'm going to use my workspace off to the side to help me with that, okay? So the length and the width. So I'm going to first count. When I count the sides, I kind of mark them off, okay? I'm going to say, all right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All right, that's 9. So my area, that's first. Area equals length times width, and area equals 9 times, now let's count this one over here, okay? So if you notice here, I'm counting the line here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I always like to put those little tick marks in just so I know. 9 times 7. All right, so area is equal to, what is 9 times 7? I know that one. That's 63. So now I know my area down here. You see this A? Let me back up a little bit here. This A would be 63, but it's not just 63. Remember, it's 63 square units. Now, that's 63. If I counted every single one of these squares inside of here, I would get 63 squares. It doesn't look like 63 squares, but it is, okay? Now I need to find the perimeter. The perimeter is P equals side plus side plus side plus side. Or I can say 2 times length plus width. I'm just going to do side plus side plus side. So here I've got P equals 9 plus 9, right? This side's 9, that side's 9, and 7 and 7. Plus 7 plus 7, right? So I can add those up. I can see here I've got 9 and 9 is 18, 7 and 7 is 14, 18 plus 14 gets me 32. So down here I would write 32. Now I'm not dealing with squares, I'm just dealing with regular old lines, so I'm dealing with just units. All right, now if it said centimeters or feet, I would write that in, but we don't know those, so it's just units, okay? So why don't you give this one a shot, okay? We will pause right here. So teachers, pause this and see how the kids do on this one. All right, well, how'd you do? Let's take a look. All right, I came up here with 54 square units. That's my area, okay? That was 6 times 9, got 54. And my perimeter was 6 plus 6 plus 9 plus 9, came to 30, right? Or I could have just added 6 and 9 is 15 to multiply that by 2 to get 30, okay? All right, so if you got that and you did your work over here, looking good, looking good. Okay, so down here is gonna be the same type of deal, okay? Teachers, why don't we pause here and have the kids do both A and B, all right? I'll be right back in just a moment, so give a pause right now. Okay, here are your answers, and yeah, this came out to be 5 times, well, first of all, they switched to perimeter area. Did you catch that? That they put the P on the top and the A in the bottom this time? The sneaky guys there, okay? So if you got that backwards, I'd fix it now. But yeah, the perimeter was side plus side plus side plus side. 6 plus 6 is 12, 5 plus 5 is 10. You get 22 centimeters for perimeter. And the area, as you multiply those two, to get 30 square centimeters. Over here, I had the perimeters, add them all up. 8 and 8 is 16, 3 and 3 is 6. 6 plus 16 is 22 centimeters. And the area is multiplying. 8 times 3 is 24. So that'd be 24 square centimeters, okay? So I would fit in 24 squares in there, all right, if I could do that. Hopefully you're having some success here. Let's turn the page, check it out. All right, up here, this one says, determine the perimeter of each rectangle. Now these have much larger measurements, okay? And I want you to be careful when you do these, okay? Remember, you're just finding perimeter. That's all you're finding is perimeter. So you might want to do side plus side plus side plus side, right? I would, add the sides up on these, okay? So you're going to have to do a lot of addition and things through here, okay? Over here, you notice this is 1 meter, 50 centimeters, and this is 75 centimeters. If I were you, I would change everything to centimeters, right? And then convert it back to meters, centimeters at the end, just like we've been doing this whole time, okay? All right, so teachers, pause right now, and students, give this a shot. Okay, and here we are, we're back. So, perimeter, remember, add up all the sides and see how you did, all right? So here, I added up all the sides, I got 530 meters. Now, notice I didn't put units at the end of mine. And the reason why we didn't put units, because we know the units. The units are meters. So that's what I use, is meters, okay? Same thing over here, I got 4 meters, 50 centimeters. This one was a little easier for me to add, okay? This one had a lot going on it, all right? So again, add up all the sides, go from there. What I did was add up 166 and 166 and 99 and 99, found the answers for those two, and then added up to get 530. Over here, 150 plus 150, 75 plus 75. Add those sums together, and that's what you get, okay? Okay, so down here. Now, this is a little bit different. Let's take a look at this. This says, given the rectangle's area, find the unknown side length. So let's take a closer look at the first one here. And then the second one, you can give a shot on your own, okay? So the first one I see here is, here's the square units. Here's 80 square centimeters. And it gives me one side, okay? So I know that area, here, right over here, area equals length times width. So here's what I do know. I know my area is 80, okay? It's 80 square centimeters. So I'm not gonna write that down here because I'm doing my work. And that equals, let's see, 8, because I know one of my sides, times the W. So I gotta figure out what this is. So what I could do is say, well, what number times 8 equals 80, right? Do you see how this is X? So I can say, all right, X times 8 equals 80. So what does X equal? All right, what does X equal? I'll give you a chance to think about it. Or I could say 80 divided by 8, all right? So if your answer is 10, your answer is correct. So X equals 10 right there. You see how that works? Okay? So over here, something very similar. Teachers, give this a pause and let's see if the kids can do it. All right, we'll give you about a minute. Go ahead. All right, there's a minute. Was your answer 7? You're right. X equals 7 in that area, 7 centimeters. The label's already there, so we're good, okay? Awesome job. Having fun now, kids. Look out. All right, on to the last page here, okay? I believe this is it. We'll do our last page. Yep. Okay, so at the top here, I've got given the rectangle's perimeter, we got to find the unknown side length, okay? So we'll do this one together, and then you can do this one on your own, okay? So what I see here is the perimeter is 120 centimeters. So there's 20 centimeters. So what I need to find out is, okay, so I know that perimeter is equal to side plus side plus side plus side, okay? That's what perimeter is all these sides added up. So I know that this side's 20 and this side's 20, right? So this perimeter is equal to 20 plus 20 plus, let's see, x plus x. I wish they'd use a different letter than x because they look too much like multiplication signs, okay? Because these two is going to, this x is equal to this side, right? All right, so I know what 20 plus 20 is. That's 40, right? So my perimeter equals 40 plus x plus x. Okay, so here's 120. So perimeter is 120 plus 40 plus x plus x. All right, so what I want to do here is I want to subtract my 40 from 120, okay? To find out what my x and x is. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to say, all right, so I'm going to take this 120 and I'm going to subtract the 40 from it. All right, and I'm going to get 80. All right, so now what I need to do is make two equal groups out of 80. Okay, two equal groups out of 80, right? Because if I need to have equal groups on either side because this and this side are equal. So if I split my 80 into two equal groups, essentially it's 80 divided to 2, divided 2 times. So what would 80 divided by 2 be? If you said 40, you're right on. This would be 40. So this side would be 40, and this side would be 40. So x equals 40 centimeters. And that makes sense, because 40 plus 40 is 80, plus 20 plus 20 would be 120 centimeters, okay? A little bit more difficult, but not within reach. We can do this. Why don't you give this next one a shot? All right, teachers, pause here. Okay, let's see how you did there. This one was a little bit sneaky because it was a square, and we know that squares have 4 equal sides. So the unknown side was actually 250 meters, the same as everything else, okay? All right, and the last problem. All right, let's do the last problem. Last problem here says, each of the following rectangles has whole number side lengths. Whole numbers, no fractions or decimals, it's whole numbers. It's what we've been dealing with the whole time. Given the area and perimeter, find the length and the width, okay? So we got some experiments to do here, okay? So what I'm gonna do is we have to figure out, this is 24 square centimeters, all right? All right, so what I wanna do is trial and error. So let's do my area is equal to 24, and area is equal to length times width. Okay, so I know what I can do here. I got perimeters 20, I got my areas 24. So what I'm gonna do is see if I wanna come up with all my options for area here, okay? So it's 24, so I know it's length times width. So if I do my width and my length like this, and I'm just gonna do some trial and error, okay? If I say that, let's see, what times what is 24? Let's say 2 times 12, okay? All right, 2 times 12. 2 times 12 would be 24, correct? Well, if I do the perimeter, let's try the perimeter on that, okay? So 2 times 12 would be over here. 2 2's, right? 2 plus 2 plus 12 plus 12. That would be 4 plus 24. That's going to be higher than 20, isn't it? So that's not it. Okay, let's try another one. What other can I multiply to get 24? Oh man, I'm off the camera again. If you said, let's see, 3 times 8, right? 3 times 8. Let's try that. 3 times 8 gets me 24, so that could work. But let's see if the perimeter works. All right, P equals 3 plus 3 plus 8 plus 8. Okay, let's see if that works. All right, 3 plus 3 is 6, plus 8 plus 8 is 16. That's 22. That's going to be higher than 20, isn't it? Yeah, that doesn't work either. Okay, that's no problem. I'm going to try the next one. What other number? What can I multiply to get 24? Okay, can I multiply 4 times 6? If you said that, yeah, 4 times 6. Let's give that a shot. All right, perimeter equals 4 plus 4 plus 6 plus 6. Let's try that. So 4 plus 4 is 8. 6 plus 6 is 12. If I add those together, what do I get? Hey, I get 20. That's it. I think we found it out. There. 4 and 6 work. So I can come up here and say, this is 4 and this is 6. And I chose it that way because this side is shorter, right? Do you see how I had to do this trial and error thing to figure out my perimeter and the area, to figure out how it would work together, okay? All right, for a challenge, why don't you give yourself a shot on this one here and try to do the same things that we did over here, right? Now, I know I'm moving fast, and hopefully you can pause and go from there. So give it a shot, all right? I will pause and let you get to it. All right, I don't know about you, but I think this one was a little bit easier, and the reason why is because we already did a lot of the work, and we figured out how this would be done. But this over here, I forgot to label this 6 centimeters and 4 centimeters. So what I did here was use the work that we did here, and I applied it to this side, and I came up with 12 meters and 2 meters, just like that, okay? Because 12 times 2 is 24, 2 12s is 24, and 2 plus 2 is 4, 24 plus 4 is 28 meters, okay? All right, hopefully you did well today. We will work on this some more the whole time that we're, for a while on this, all right? Area and perimeter. And notice it around you. It's everywhere in the school. Notice frames on things. Notice the squares that you walk on every day. And discuss this as a family at home. Just talk about area and perimeter, all right? All right, kids, great job today. Super proud of you. I won't see you tomorrow. Tomorrow is day 5. We don't have math, but we'll see you after that, okay? Nice job, guys.